From Fuliza will enjoy a slashed daily maintenance fee of 50% and an access fee of 1%.
Beginning 1st of October, together with our partners NCBA and KCB, we are further building on our Fuliza partnership to empower more Kenyans with even more affordable access to credit. All customers will enjoy Fuliza free of the daily maintenance fee for transactions below 1,000 and below 3 days. So for the first 3 days, they won't have to pay any daily maintenance fee, which they pay today.
While addressing the media today, Safaricom's Chief Executive Peter Ndegwa stated that the aim of this innovation is to ensure financial inclusion and equity in the hustling nation.
The 3-day free daily maintenance fee period will allow customers who currently use Fuliza to complete more transactions while attracting more customers to the solution since it's more affordable.
In attendance, the President, Dr. William Ruto, supported the plan by the banking sector, saying through its rollout, 4.5 million Kenyans will be out of the CRB blacklist, bring down the cost of credit, and work towards the bigger target of a lower cost of living in the country.
And because you are listening, today you have made a very positive statement on matters Fuliza. First, I am very happy that between 4 and 5 million Kenyans will by beginning of November, they will be out of the blacklisting. That is very important.
Further, he encouraged a saving culture to achieve a 15% raise of the savings contribution to the country's GDP.
Is to work with you in the private sector to develop a product where Shiko, a mamamboga in Ruaka, and a boda person can also have access to credit at single-digit rate. And I am willing to work with you in a public-private arrangement so that we can mitigate some of the risks that come with lending to that category of Kenyans.
The affordable credit plan will be available to Kenyans as from the 1st of next month. Wangari Njoroge, Look Up TV.
3 officers from the Kenya Wildlife Service have lost their lives after they drowned while pursuing sand harvesters in the vast river in Ishuku, Shinyale constituency, Kakamega County. Ian Ketani files the following report.
According to area residents, the 3 officers drowned while in pursuit of men who were harvesting sand from River Ishuku before they were overwhelmed and were eventually swept away by raging waters.
Askari walikuwa huko ngambo na wazee hapo kwa maji wanatoa hapo hivi mchanga. Sasa kuona hivyo wanaruka wanaingia kwa maji kukuja kufanya nini? Kutoa hawa kuja kushika hawa wazee ukatoroka. Sasa hata kwa maji walikuwa kilia. Kujeni mkuje muokoe hawa. Sasa wazee wameokopa kwa sababu wanachapwa.
Vile waliona vijana wenye wanatoa mchanga wako ndani ya maji wakaona wakimbizane. Ndiposa wale maskari wenye walikuwa ngambo ile kwa forest wakaanguka ndani ya maji. Lengo lao kuu walikuwa wanang'ang'ana washike vijana wenye walikuwa wanatoa mchanga kwa maji. Na mama wa kuni wenye walikuwa wanatafuta kuni ngambo hii.
The residents took a swipe at the area police officers, who they said have been harassing them for a long time now, citing that as one of the reasons as to why the residents did not help them while they sought help while drowning, urging the government to let them harvest sand from the river.
So sisi tunaomba serikali itusaidie sababu hii mchanga ndio sisi tunakulia, si hadi masola. Hatuna job. Sasa jamaa wanakuja wanatukazia, wakitushika wanadai ngiri 10. Hiyo ngiri 10 wewe mzee umetoa trailer moja, unauza trailer moja shilingi 1,500. Ngiri 10 umetoa wapi? Tunaomba cover ituokolea majamaa wapaki tu mahali wanangoja wanyama huko Buyangu. Wamama wako hapa wanatafuta kuni na mkono. Unapata wamama wanashikwa, mtu anadai kuni ya mkono, mtu anauliza 5,000. Utatoa wapi 5,000 na ni kuni?
Wamama wanaendanga kuni hapa bila panga.
Wanafikanga huko, wanashika wa mama na anza kumarep.
2 of the 3 bodies have been retrieved from the river and have been transferred to the morgue at Kakamega Referral Hospital as efforts to trace the 3rd body are ongoing. However, the question remains, how did all the officers drown concurrently? Was it by accident or deliberate murder? Ankey Dorice, Look Up TV.
Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua has denied his previous statement giving directives to farmers to farm in the forest. Speaking in Nairobi County, where he kick-started the Nairobi International Trade and Agricultural Show, Gachagua blamed the media for misquoting him. Chandra Kareria reports.
During his speech at Jamhuri Grounds in Nairobi County, after he officially opened Nairobi International Trade and Agricultural Show,
it is now my pleasure to declare the 2022 ASK Nairobi International Trade Fair officially open.
Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua distanced himself from his previous directive to farmers to farm in the forest.
When I was in Baringo, I did announce to the people of Kenya that we have a serious program on afforestation. There is a lot of land within the forest reserve that has been earmarked for tree planting, and we are going to mobilize farmers in this old spirit to assist us to plant new trees in those areas that have no trees and take care of them as they farm until the trees are of age.
Gachagua accused journalists of misinterpreting his words, stating that he only asked the farmers to wait till the trees are matured before they can cultivate in the forest.
Because the gentlemen of the press are here, you have had a habit over the campaign period to always twist what we say in public to suit your own needs for whatever purpose. We want to tell the press the campaign is over. Report us objectively.
Gachagua, who was flogged by the Kenya Kwanza leaders, stated that the government will highly invest in food production.
That our new administration has focused on agriculture and trade as the most effective tools to turn around the economy and restore the dignity of our people and create wealth and make farmers to have dignity in what they do for a living.
But when you're making those interventions to the drought-stricken counties because of the issue of famine, I would humbly ask that you remember Nairobi County, because we are at the end of the food chain. Your Excellency, when there is no food across the country, there is no food in Nairobi. And urban poverty bites harder sometimes than rural poverty.
The second in command, however, warned the responsible leaders in the agricultural sector
that all the ambassadors and high commissioners who will be appointed will sign an MOU with us for 2 years on what we expect them to do in terms of enlarging markets and creating new markets. Those who are unable to deliver will be recalled back home to come and start farming with the other farmers here.
The Nairobi International Trade and Agricultural Show will go on until Saturday this week. Shadrach Kareria, Look Up TV.
For the first time in a period of over 50 years, Nakuru County will have a representative in the national government's cabinet. Believe it or not, the expansive cosmopolitan county has had no cabinet slot since the year 1966. The appointment of Zachariah Mwangi Njeru by President William Ruto sent the entire county in celebrations. Our reporter Henry Tende now looks at how the cabinet appointments were received in different counties and files the following report.
Minister for Lands, Housing and Urban Development, Zachariah Mwangi Njeru.
When President William Ruto named Zachariah Mwangi Njeru as his nominee for the position of Cabinet Secretary in the Ministry of Lands, Housing and Urban Development, Nakuru County was immediately sent into celebrations. The county had just received the first cabinet slot since the year 1966. Mwangi Njeru, appointed by the head of state, promising to bring about meaningful reforms in the lands ministry.
Mimi kama waziri wa ardhi najua jukumu hilo ambalo niliweza kupewa silo jukumu rahisi, lakini najua tukiwa na Mungu na nyinyi watu wa Nakuru county na pia serikali kuu tutaweza kufanya mambo yote kuona kwamba wizara hiyo imeweza kuendelezwa jinsi ipasavyo.
In Narok County, residents could not hold back their joy. Their daughter Rosalinda Soipan Tuya had been confirmed as the nominee for the cabinet secretary in the Ministry of Environment and Forests.
Mama, tunakujua sana, umetufanyia kazi county. We are proud of you. Na tunajua kabisa hiyo kitu umepewa utaweza kulinda mazingira yetu na Mungu atakuwezesha.
Tumekuwa na yeye, tumetoana na yeye mbali, amesaidia wamama, ameinua, na hakika president wetu kama kuna kitu umefanya katika Narok ni kupea msichana yetu CS.
Amekuwa role model kwa wamama wengi. Kwa hivyo tunashukuru na tunapongeza Soipan sana na tunaombea Kenya kwa jumla kwa sababu Kenya iko kwa mikono ya watu ambao wanajua Mungu.
Alituahidi ya kwamba ataleta regional balance na tunaona pia amekumbuka jamii ya Maa.
Fast forward to Kilifi County. Residents flooded the streets with songs and dance. Aisha Jumwa Katana, a flamboyant politician from the coast, had received the nod as cabinet secretary in the Ministry of Public Service, Gender and Affirmative Action.
Aisha amesimama sana na William Samoei Ruto, amepigania sana na ana deserve hiyo seat.
Wewe ndio rais wa kwanza katika historia kutambua pwani.
Safari ya UDA hapa Kilifi ilianzishwa na Aisha. Wale wote waliokuja walikuja nyuma, lakini Aisha ndo walikuwa wa kwanza, nasi tunasema ni asante Ruto kwa kumkumbuka Aisha Jumwa.
Upande ule wa transport ya marine na upande ule wa fisheries tuna hakika vijana wetu sasa watapata ajira za kudumu.
Far from celebrations, scenes were different from Nandi County as residents expressed their dissatisfaction with the cabinet list, insisting one of their own should have been appointed.
Upande wangu mimi sijaridhika kwa mateuzi hayo kwa sababu cabinet secretaries ambao wamechaguliwa kama hapa Nandi hatujapata hata mmoja ambaye angeweza tusaidia.
Kwa ujakuzi wa MCS enye president wetu Dr. William Samoei Ruto yamechagua, tumependelea, lakini kwa maoni yangu sisi watu wa Nandi hatujapata ministry yeyote. Ningeomba president hata sisi atuangalie.
Kulingana vile ameteua makabinet, hatujafanya kazi nao vizuri.
Kwa hiyo cabinet yenye Ruto our president ametoa, hakuna shida ni penye hatujaona vijana wakikuwa represented in that cabinet.
Similar scenario playing out in Kakamega County.
Kakamega County hapo kidogo ametuacha, ametusahau. Si wengi, vijana wengi Kakamega tulikuwa tunategemea au tulikuwa tumetarajia Cleophas Malala atajwe kwa hiyo cabinet.
Kakamega County tumesahaulika katika hiyo baraza la mawaziri. Angalau angetupea hata kamoja. Kama kuna kamoja kamepaki huko, atukumbuke Kakamega County.
Wangeweka hata watu wa Azimio tupate mkate ndani ya serikali ya Kenya kwanza. Mungu atusaidie, zile nafasi zimebakia. Rais Ruto utusaidie kwa hata upeko mtu wa Azimio kiti.
Henry Tende, Look Up TV.
A fire incident was on Wednesday reported along Nakuru Eldoret Highway in Salga, Nakuru County, after a lorry transporting carbon dioxide gas caught fire. Police have confirmed that the fire was put off, hence no one was injured.
Tulikuwa naunda gari yetu hapa kidogo, tukaona trailer imekuja inawaka mguu moja moto. Sasa ikaja ikapaki nyuma ya gari yetu. Sasa zile sisi tunajaribu kusaidia kuzima ile moto, ikatushinda. Tunajaribu kutumia fire extinguisher yake moja, lakini ikawa imeisha. Sasa ndio tulijaribu kukata trailer iwachane na kichwa, tuokoe kichwa, ndio sasa tuache hii iungue.
Wasiwasi ulikuwa mwingi. Kwa majina naitwa Shadrack Njuguna, mechanic wa hii breakdown ambayo iko hapa. Wakati ilikuwa imewaka moto, watu wengi, kila mtu alikuwa na wasiwasi, driver, hawa watu walikuwa nao. So hata wakati tulikuwa tunajaribu kuzima, ndio tukuja tujue ni kitu ambayo hizi kulipuka kwa madhara makubwa. Tulikuwa tumetatizika sana.
Nifika hiyo gari ilikuwa imeshuka kutoka huko juu, ilikuwa ishaanza kuwaka moto. Sasa ni kujaribu kusaidia dereva kuzima moto, ikazidikana. Ikabidi tukate kichwa, tutoe hiyo. Sasa tutoe ibaki kiwa yenyewe. Ndio hakuna haja ya hasara mara ngapi. Tukatoa kichwa ikaenda huko mbele. Hata si bado tulikuwa tunahofia juu hasa gari yetu iko hapa mbele bado tunaendelea kuunda. Ingekuwa hasara mara ngapi? 2.
Two suspected businessmen have been arraigned on charges of defrauding a Philippine 4.8 billion shillings yesterday. Now, the two, Kevin Otieno and Charles Jr., appeared before Senior Principal Magistrate Bernard Ochoy, where they denied the charges. They were ordered to deposit a bond of 50 million shillings each, plus a surety of the same amount each, in order to secure their release. The case will be heard on 12th of October from 8 a.m. Now, from that story, let's cross over to the next one. All right, let's move on to the next story that we have for you now, and I believe that's going to be sports, isn't it? All right, let's then look into that now. I do apologize. Let me just pull that story. President William Ruto nominated former Budalangi Member of Parliament as the Cabinet Secretary for Youth Affairs, Sports and Art. For some, they expected the appointment of a person in the sports fraternity, while for others, not so much of a shocker, with Babu Namwamba making a return in the docket after serving in the same capacity back in 2012 and 2013. Our sports reporter, Marion Kageni, takes a look at what is in store for Babu Namwamba once he sits in office.
For some, it came as a shocker, while others not so much surprised when the president on Tuesday named his cabinet, with former Budalangi MP unveiled as the nominee for the cabinet secretary slot for the Youth Affairs, Sports and Arts. Earlier, Look Up TV did a segment on what Kenyans expected of the new cabinet secretary once in office.
Construct more stadiums. Then we also need a CS who is sports fund, so that the CS should be somebody who understands sports, not only football but sports generally.
Ababu is not new in the docket, having served in the same capacity back in 2012 and 2013, but he will be working on troubled grounds. To begin with, Kenya is facing a football crisis as it remains banned by the international body FIFA following the decision by the government last year to disband Football Kenya Federation, leading to distress even at the local level. This comes just a week after the clubs in the Kenya Premier League threatened not to participate should the situation remain unsolved. He will also face pressing issues on improving the sports infrastructure, the likes of Kipchoge Keino and Kamarin Stadia. In fact, the Moi International Sports Center in Kasarani remains below par in terms of class after Kenya being stripped its bid to host the Africa tournament dubbed CHAN 2018 due to poor infrastructure. Last week, the volleyball fraternity had decried construction of indoor arenas, plus a way to curb doping for Kenyan athletes. With the return of cricket in the global map, a lot is expected to boost the sport and bring it back to its glorious days. But he is ready for the task ahead, taking to his Twitter account to note his past experience in the ministry and readiness to complete the revolution. A day after his appointment, Namwamba said there's need to ensure Kenya's ban by fever is lifted. Namwamba replaces Amina Mohamed, who saw Kenya successfully host several international sports events, including the World Rally Safari Rally Championship, which attracted many fans. Marion Kageni, Look Up TV.
Still in sport, action resumes in the FIBA Africa Zone 5 Club Championships, with the Kenya Ports Authority and Equity marking a return in the crucial stage at the Benjamin Mkapa Stadium in Dar es Salaam, Tanzania. The two Kenyan giants are expected to book their slots in tomorrow's quarter in an intense match in the 9-team tournament.
All roads lead to the Benjamin Mkapa Stadium for the FIBA Africa Zone 5 Club Championships. Champions KPA will go up against REG of Rwanda in a Group C fixture. This leaves the Porters a game away from the automatic spot in the quarterfinals after 62-42 victory against Young Sister of Burundi in the opening campaign. The Porters will depend on the services of Captain Natalie Akinyi, Jemima Knight, and Victoria Reynolds at the backcourt. For substitute, KPA will have Vilma Owino, Selina Okumu, Christine King, Nicole Shio, and Rita Onyango. The Bankers, on the other hand, will be assured of a last 8 slot should they demolish Newbies South Sudan. This comes after Equity fell 51-49 to Alexandria Sportive of Egypt in their opening match. Marinka Geni, Look Up TV.
Well, that story marks the end of the Morning Drift News Desk update. Remember, you can actually be part of this by commenting live across our social media platforms at Look Up TV. Across them, I am at Kiage Simba, and we shall be giving you a WhatsApp line so you can also be able to participate live in these conversations that we do have here every morning. Now, today being on a Thursday, we do carry conversations focused on health. Now, do you know IVF? What is that? And in reproductive health, where does that touch? What do you need to know? Ankey Dorice comes back with that conversation. Start asking those questions on Look Up TV across all your social media platforms. And I'll be joining you at 11 to 12, where we get to talk about food loss and waste. I'll be telling you though, this is the stat that would open your eyes. Daily, households and all other premises across the world contribute to food loss worth 23 million trucks. That is enough to circle the earth 13 times. Think about that. What can we do to stop that? Or having conversations on food loss and waste. I will be later on Look Up Business. But for now, I'll take a short break. I'll be seeing you shortly. Ankey Dorice takes on.
Hi there, good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you're watching us from. My name is Maki Wamboko, Sales Manager, Optiven Real Estate, and I'm here at our head office, Absa Towers, located at Rochester Street. Today, I'm here to talk about our newest project, that is Great Oasis Gardens, Nanyuki, and it is located only 10 minutes drive from